Hello there, everyone. I decided to come on right quick. In the midst of me preparing some things. Mo. Hey, the Black Barbie. We're going to rock out for like an hour, hour and a half. I got some things I got to do. Hello, everyone. Hey, Infinity Love, Anissa, Miss Muffin. Y'all, please hit the like button. Y'all, make sure you all like, share, and subscribe, please. Hold on, you all. I am trying to do some here. Y'all hit the like button for me. Hey, Emeralds. Okay, I normally give everybody 5 minutes, and we got like 30 seconds, and I'm gonna start. I'm gonna talk about this situation. I see everybody is still, you know, hey, everybody has a difference of opinion as it relates to this situation. But I want to speak about. I want to speak about it. Especially in the wake of Govan's trial and all of that. Him being found not guilty. Um, Yeah, let's talk about if C has CMG gotten away with what they did to Young Dolph. Okay, now we know the relationship that CMG, basically Yo Gotti, because in the very beginning we didn't hear about Young Dolph and Big Jook having any issues, even when Young Dolph and Yo Gotti was into it in the beginning, right? And then some things went on. You know, the rumors are out there that something happened in a business situation, allegedly, where Young Dolph didn't get paid and all of that. And that is what caused the situation with he and Jook. I don't know. That's just the rumors out there. You know, I've heard some Memphis vloggers even say it, you know, that allegedly Big Jook bragged about it, you know, not paying Young Dolph. Hey, I don't know. Okay. But that could be the reason that Young Dolph and uh, Big Jook had gotten into it. But we do know that in the very beginning that it started with Yo Gotti and Young Dolph. And I think we have to be fair about this thing because we talk about all the time. And I see people in their emotions, okay? And hey, you know, we get mad when people talk about us, okay? Um, yeah, especially when people slander, okay? um I'm not going as far as saying that Young Doc was slandering Yo Gotti, but I do know also that every action has a reaction, right? And so people talk about the song that Young Doc put out and they only talk about it because the song was so successful, right? But people never talk about what everybody, especially around the Memphis area, knows about them trying to block this man's career. I think, as any human being, that it would upset anybody when someone is going trying to block their career. It upsets people when people go in the background even just on a regular job and try and drop dirt on them, to somebody, right? To their supervisor or something like that. So can you imagine if you're doing your own thing and you're putting your own money into your own situation and people are going behind the scenes and because people don't see it, see, I don't like people like this, okay? They like to do dirt, right? And they want you to suffer in silence, okay? They want you to suffer in silence and and they feel like, hey, they're good just as long as um they feel like they're good just as long as nobody knows um what they have done, okay? That's how they feel. I'm good just as long as don't nobody know what I'm doing. But what Young Dolph did was he brought to the forefront what they was doing. And I know people talk about um the guy in Atlanta. I can't think of his name. I can't think of his name. What's the rapper's name that was brought up from out of Atlanta? Gucci Mane. Okay. Um, I don't know what Gucci Mane did other than it seems to me that Yo Gotti and Gucci Mane had a issue with each other. They had their own issue. So people can only assume that Gucci Mane was sending Dolph out. Dolph was his own man. I think trying to block somebody would be enough for a person to be mad. Gucci Mane didn't have to try to send Dolph out. Hell, if somebody trying to block my success because I won't be up under them, that is enough. You hear the prosecutors bring it up every time in both cases simply because Dolph's family has told them this. Dolph's family knows more about this situation than we know. Dolph talked to his family more about this situation, and this was passed on to the prosecutors. Okay, so I would believe that more so than anything. I don't believe that Gucci Mane. People want to take the blame away from where it should be. Okay, and when you start trying to place blame in other places, it kind of lessens the blow. Then people have to really deal with that what Yo Gotti did and ordered was absolutely wrong, and it was petty. Okay, it was petty on so many levels, right? So, so then we get to thinking about, all of the people that was involved. I was thinking about that today when I was at work, and I started thinking about, I was sitting meditating, and I got to thinking about, it's a sad thing, the lengths that people will go through to try and discourage you. Okay, the lengths that they'll go to try to discourage you, as if it wasn't bad enough that they was trying to kill him. When they saw that he turned up the heat on success, because it seems to me young Dolph decided to just kill him with success, right? They decided, y'all, it's a whole ass thing. Why go after his artists? Why people don't deal with that? That's why I can't deal with no damn sissy ass folks, okay? Men or women. Because people only want to deal with half of the issues. Okay. So even if they say young Dolph, they was mad at young Dolph, they had no right to do what they did to him. They was constantly shooting at him. Young Dolph was a damn human being. What did his artist do? That's how you know at the core of it, it's jealousy. See, I sit back and I watch people. People always say, I can size people up. Some of you, some people don't see anything wrong with what they was doing, because at the core, they are inhumane and they carry that spirit of hate and jealousy. I'm gonna tell you something. I watch people, and I get to looking at people, and I listen to them when they get to talking about, I went through this and that. We all done been through some shit. Okay. They think they just gonna parlay. I went through this and I had to go through that, and I was having to go with men's this when I was real young to pay my bills, and she should have to do it too. I don't deal with folks like that, because you done been to hell and back. You think I'm supposed to go the same route? Hell no. I don't deal with you. First of all, you too damaged for me to deal with. Okay, because oftentimes you have people that go through stuff, and it, depending on their mentality, it inspires them. Okay, when I go through stuff, I get to think about, Lord, why did I do that? Okay, what's the lesson I'm supposed to learn in this? Okay, because I know I can't go that route no more. That's why people be mad at me, because I be closing the door. No, I've been there. I see that door locked. Okay, because folks want to be able to snake you and do you any kind of way, and then come back and say, I'm sorry. Let me just tell y'all something that my daddy, my very own daddy that was in my life, taught me. Okay, my daddy taught me. My daddy used to say, you can't do what you want to do to me and then come back and say you're sorry. Hell to the no. And so people try to, you say you're a woman of God, but you're supposed to forgive. That's between me and God. You ain't got nothing to do with that. Let me and God deal with that. You ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay? Worry about yourself. But that's how people want to be able to do you. Okay? And so when I get to thinking about folks consistently damaged people, okay? Damaged people want to continuously blame young Dolph, because after they done tried to kill him, after they done tried to stop him and block him, they done shot at him, tried to kill him, and then all the way up until they killed him, they talking about mending fences and was trying to kill his artist. He was supposed to mend fences with people like that? No, he would have, if he had, we all would have thought that he was certifiable. I don't know anybody that would have. Okay? And so we see what was consistently going on and how they just would not stop. And so now we see, I really don't know what is going on. Okay? People try to say that I'm heartless. No, I'm not heartless, y'all. I'm the most lovable person. I am. I think that's why people think they can get over on me. And then when they realize I can't get over on this chick, Okay, because I'm just laid back in anyways. And so the thing that we know about most human beings is they seek you out. Okay, they watch you and they seek you out, and then they try to see if they can get you. Okay, and sometimes what I do is I like to sit back and watch people and not say anything to see how far somebody will go when they think. I just like to see how far a person will go. Okay, when they think you're gonna let them do it. And then I put that hammer down on their damn head, and all of a sudden, she crazy. No, I just had to see what type of person you was. You garbage. Because when you have good people in your life or around you, that's extinct. You supposed to, good people are extinct because so many people have ruined them. When I see good people and I see they genuinely have good hearts, like Diane Brown in this chat, I have to talk to Diane every single day because Diane has a good spirit. Okay, she's got a good spirit, and oftentimes when people have good spirits, okay, people like that type of energy, right? Because when you're around people with bad spirits, they drain you. Constantly, they drain you, even when you don't know them. Them demons will expose themselves before the person expose themselves, right? That's why you have to be wise. Okay? You have to be real wise. But now, when people see good people, they go, oh, that's a good-hearted person. I wonder, that's a fool. I wonder if I can bump their head. That's the reason why these Negroes around here ain't got a pot to piss in or tissue to wipe their ass when they shit. Okay? They ain't even got no tissue. Because they so damn low down looking to try and come up off of somebody all the damn time, and then want to take a person who has the discipline to work hard and the talent. They want to try to stop them, and when they can't stop them, they want to take them from their life. Okay, I ain't even got tissue, and I goes and I buy all types of tissue. I buy wipes and stuff now too. Okay, but I buy a lot. I like to stack up on tissue. Ask anybody, and you know that's cheap. You go in Big Lots and get a whole 12-pack for $5 and something, okay? And they ain't even got tissue. And so I kind of watch, and I know we all come from different walks of life. I came from a loving home, okay? I did. Some people, a lot of people came from loving homes. They just low down as hell. I'm just mean. You know, y'all know folks brag about that now. I'm just mean. Yeah, but you ain't got shit. Yeah, I got an air about me. It's a damn shame to be arrogant and broke. You don't even know how to talk to people. You ain't even got nothing. Yeah, I got an air about myself. I think that's a sick combination to be arrogant and broke. Okay. But you need people. Okay. Thank you, darling, for being a new subscriber. Speak up. And I love those numbers 444. I love that number. Okay. And so, you know, you hear people talk about Young Dolph was a good dude, y'all. They killed that man because of jealousy. They did. What will possess people to want to participate in killing a man, killing a woman? Y'all, what is going on in this world? That we love money and we love things, but we'll take our own mama out about things. And I've heard people say, yeah, I kill my mama if she mess up my money. You would take out your mama, your kids, a woman that has laid down and had your kids and taken care of your kids, your family members, your brother, your friends that you've grown up with. You put all of your love in things. And that's why people are so barbaric, because things can't love you back. It can't reciprocate that energy that you're supposed to have. Okay? You love people because they supposed to reciprocate that energy, right? But people are putting love in things and money, something that can't reciprocate that energy back to you. And I think that's why folks are so barbaric now. Okay. And so we saw it was just inhumane to have a consistent pattern of trying to kill a man. Okay. Hey, the wicked is trying to hold on to control. Absolutely. I get to thinking about Black youngster. Okay. And I don't think Black youngster gonna take this season that he's getting ready to go into. I don't think he's gonna take it well. Because everybody has their seasons. And his is coming up. Okay, he's up. I wonder if he could take it like Young Dolph took it. They was mad at Young Dolph because he wasn't shooting back at him. What he did was he would go and make 100 shots and make an album. They considered it an insult to take what they was doing to him, okay, and go and run it up. That was an insult to them. Rather than, I think, me myself, he had a right to he had a right to shoot back at him. He had a right to protect his person at this point. I think about what Cornelius was saying, how they put a gun in his hand. Y'all, they used a person that was sick. They used a person that was sick. They told him, go take Woo out. Go over there, take Moochie Grape out. Go over there and do that. They had Straight Drop laying all down in cars, getting ready to kill a human being because he thought that his success was going to come off of the back of taking another man down. Okay. That's what they thought. He thought, if I can just take out a human for one of these dudes to take away, to ultimately, because the goal for these people was to discourage Young Dolph. If they could start taking out his artists, that would make him shut PRE down. They killing my artists. They ain't get ready to sign another person. Okay. Therefore, CMG can just keep shining, can be the best thing going. I think it's laughable when I hear people talk about, well, y'all see that? Got it going and buying gorilla cars and stuff. Young Dolph had been doing that for his artists. He could have did that. He could have been doing that for Glorilla while Young Dolph was still signing artists, doing what he was doing years ago. Okay, when he was taking his artists' cars and buying them cars and stuff like that. Okay, he could have been signed more artists and was blessing more artists, but that jealousy just would not allow them to leave that man alone. And so I get to thinking about the mentality, and I can talk about Memphis is my city. Okay, so I can talk about the people in my city. Okay, y'all know I be getting a little fretty and stuff. I get to scratching my head a little bit when I hear folks talking about, well, the whole Memphis. I go, well, it ain't the whole Memphis. Okay. Well, okay. Well, I understand you're upset. Okay, I understand. But I mean, I have a love for my city. Okay. A city that you've grown up in, you can't do nothing but love it, and you have a somewhat of a connection to the people. I don't understand why that spirit lingers over my city. I don't. And it's that spirit of jealousy. All of the talent in Memphis, some of the best producers. You got I was just looking at DJ Squeaky, who made some of the best hits for Young Dolph. Drama Boy, who's made some, just straight up off the chain. A whole lot of other people. Okay. So you're talking about rappers and producers, and you've even had some like TV stars and stuff to come from out of Memphis. Okay. So oftentimes when God has blessed a city with talent, okay, people with talent, the enemy comes in lurking. But I can't understand why these damn fools feel like are like crabs in a barrel. I'm gonna kill them. They think they uppity anyways. I've heard people say, well, these folks think they too much of themselves. If they don't think they too much of themselves, who gonna think it? What they supposed to do? Wallow in slop? Okay, be in the crack house with you, in the crazy house. Okay. And so, that's why I don't be getting mad, when people, especially when they talk about this case, they got a right to talk about it. Okay, they got a right. And I'm glad that people outside of Memphis and Tennessee has latched on to this case, and it's talking about the people within this case. Okay. Everything as it relates to this case. I'm happy, because I think that it's a darn shame. A lot of these people need to be shamed for what they've done. Okay? They need to be shamed. And so when people say, well, you talk about it's other people. Well, young Dolph is a celebrity. Okay? And so I think when we talk about young Dolph represents so many other people. Okay? It represents something bigger. That's why I always say that. He represents something bigger, because we see so many people that we don't even know anything about that get hated on. We were able to see this play out, and it was a damn shame what they did to him. And all while they were in court, okay, for this go round, we've had round 1 and 2 with the state. We're not gonna get to see, okay. We're not gonna what did they say? When they say the revolution won't be televised, from this point on, it ain't gonna be televised. Okay. And so when people say that's it, I don't think you're gonna get justice. I beg to differ. Okay. Because here's what we do know. Okay. What we do know is that 1.5 was paid. Okay. And what we do know, and I'm just speaking what somebody told me, that 1.5 was paid, and somebody got that 1.5 million that night in a big old duffel bag. Okay. So if that is known, if that was told, okay, if they got intel on that, then I would believe that the federal government is going to be working to prove some things. Okay. So that's why I say from here on out, the revolution won't be televised, because we already know anything federal ain't televised, not unless they go on TV and say, this is this and this. You're going to have to go sit up in the courtroom for the rest of it. Okay. Because it won't be televised. So do I believe that young Dolph is going to get justice? Absolutely. I believe that, sometimes things happen and we feel like it's unjust, but it's God's way of opening up a can of, sometimes you have to be rerouted in the direction that it should go in, because it didn't need to stop at Govan anyways, right? Nobody would have been happy if it stopped just at Govan. None of us would have been. Okay. So, hey, that's why I tell people all the time that they say, well, she don't know. They was always saying that I didn't know nothing, but I was always the one to break stuff. Okay. I was always the one to break it. They know I work for the Fed, so I ain't gonna be breaking nothing no more. Okay. When they maybe like right before they break it on the news, maybe I can come and say something. Okay. But I do know that justice in totality, hey, nobody can, I'm not going to argue with nobody about it, because I always know what I know. I never argue with nobody about nothing. When they would say, well, you don't know. I said, okay. Okay. Well, all right. But then I would hear a vlogger regurgitating my stuff later on after I said it. Okay. So, Y'all don't. Hey, shit. Be quiet. Don't give up on justice for young Dolph. They haven't gotten away. They have not gotten away. I've never heard prosecutors um bring up. Okay, I've never heard prosecutors bring up an organization name so much in my whole life. I haven't. And I sit in courtrooms more now than I ever have. It's because I'm back in school and my major is law. I don't want to be a lawyer. I just want to be an investigator that knows the law. Okay. And so I see how things go. And I know I knew then when I was listening to them constantly put names out there. Stop. Okay. That should have let you all know that it wasn't over. If the investigation, Steve Morrow said 2, 3 different things. Okay. When he was on the news, I know people say he said, he was sitting up there right before Govan's verdict was read. They asked him, was that the end? And he said, yeah. Steve Morrow, don't, bless his little heart, he don't know if he coming to go on most days. But then right after this situation with Govan, he said it is still an open investigation. Of course it is. You heard them say that it was still an ongoing investigation. Now, if it ended with Govan, why would it still be an ongoing investigation? Do you all think that they were just trying to pull y'all legs? No, they weren't just trying to pull your legs. So that's why I say, you guys, no, they didn't get away. They're gonna have to pay for what they've done. Okay. And I don't have to get on here and try and prove myself. Because if I say it's gonna happen. Didn't I say that before? When I had people coming in here trolling me, I said, it ain't this, and that. Y'all know I couldn't stand on there. I couldn't stand them with a passion. Still can't. But I remember when I saw him put Hernandez Govan's picture up on his screen. Okay. And I remember at that time, me and Demon was talking every day. I called Demon. I said, Demon, I said, remember I told you about a guy they call Orange Mound Quet. I said, I was told that he was going to be indicted. I said, so he told him the truth about that. Okay, now I don't know what his reasons was. I can't remember verbatim everything he said. Okay. And then when he was indicted, who was the first person to break it? It was me. Okay. And so when I say, you hear the prosecutors say it, it's an ongoing investigation. They've been extremely mum about what's going on. They was very vague about some things. Okay. And of course they had to be. But we know when they say that it's not over, it's not over. And of course, my heart and stuff hurts for Young Dolph's family because they didn't deserve to have to lose their child just because people was jealous of him. Okay, because that's the only reason why he's gone. Okay. But I think the people know, when there's a lot of money, there's a lot of money that had been passed around. Okay. They know them folks coming for them. It goes back to even before, before Hernandez Govan went to trial. Okay. I remember, I think I was telling you all about my friend who's been my friend we've been friends for, my youngest daughter she's either 23 or 24. Okay. Yeah, I be forgetting their ages. She's around 23, 24. Me and this person has been friends when I was pregnant with her. Okay. I remember I started working with the police department and he started out, he wasn't even a sergeant yet. Okay. Now he's rose all the way up the ranks. Okay. I'm praying that he'll be promoted to chief next. Okay. He's a step from that. And I remember he called me just out of the blue, somebody that you can't get to say anything. I think I put this in my members. Okay, I put this in my members probably like a month or so ago, probably like 2 months ago. Because when I would try to ask him stuff to see what direction, he's one of those ones he wouldn't say anything, right? Because I do know he was really familiar with the case because his task force at the precinct that he's over, they were the ones that handled were investigating when they were, the Trula Mafia type situation. I don't know, was something going on out there, but it was his task force that was over that at that time, and that's when the two brothers were still alive. So it's been a while, a long time ago. But I remember, like, he just called me up out of the blue, and he said, "Tamara," he said, he's very methodical. He says, "Tamara," he said, "You do." He said, "Do you know why RICOs were made?" And I said, yeah, I do. And so he said, well, he got into it. He was like, well, the feds created RICOs because of the mob, and it's hard to pinpoint one person, but it's easier to get an indictment when you can prove that an organization is a criminal organization. And just out of nowhere, a person that you can't hardly get to say nothing. Okay. Other than he told me that cookie shop wasn't involved. He said that. A person that you can't get to say nothing. He said, he said, so your God in him ain't got away. And that shocked me that he even said that. He said, your God in him ain't got away. I said that to say this, they ain't got away. And this is before the trial even went on. Okay. So when I understand that there is a God too. Okay. So when I see hearing folks say, well, it's just wishful thinking, it ain't no damn wishful thinking to me. Okay. And people get mad because I'm supposed to believe them people that probably ain't even finished. I don't mean no harm. Okay. Don't get me started because I don't want to be insulted. Right. But they want me to believe them instead of somebody that wouldn't know. What's up, the godmother? And I probably shouldn't have said that. I might need to, I'm going to make this video private. I'm just kidding. But trust me, it ain't nothing I can get on here and say that them folks don't already know. Them folks have already been visited by the federal government, by the feds. They know. Hell, you hear your guy to get in. He think that the security that he got, don't get me started with that. Okay, but just keep paying them. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you one thing: I don't care what their background is; it don't override the federal government. Because when they come in, if your security out of line and they have broken federal laws, they ass is gonna ride too. Okay. What's up, Vanessa? Says when Dolph first passed, I thought they had said he was broke. Who said that? Ice so y'all don't block him. Don't block Ice Soldier, y'all. Don't block him. I want to talk to him. Who said that, Ice Soldier? Oh, what proof do you have? You said you thought. So do you have any proof of that, or you just thought it? Do you have any proof, or you thought it? Okay. Is it something you just thought? Or do you have some proof of it? Hell, you had the richest of the rich getting PPP loans. Why shouldn't she get them? She had a damn business. You probably got one. Y'all don't block him until I tell y'all to block him. So, Ice Soldier, do you have proof of that, or is it something that you thought? I Soldier, speak on it. So you believe that everything is in Daddy O's name? Do you have proof of that? How can you say so you saying that everything that Mia J has is in Daddy O's name? Do you have proof of it? Or you just thought that? You got proof of it or you just thought it? Oh, okay. So you talking about you come into my chat. Okay, now let me say this. He says this was on the internet when his artist said he was stealing from them the videos on YouTube. So let me say this, Ice Soldier. You come into my chat trying to defame a man because of something you seen on the internet. Ice Soldier, you wrong for that. I remember a vlogger putting that out. Mm. It probably was out there, but what proof do you have? Okay, so what you're saying is a lie, Ice Soldier. It probably was out there, but what proof do you have? Them folks don't know nothing about them people business. And we ain't never heard no damn artist say every artist that has talked about Young Dolph has talked about how he has fixed it for them to eat. You bring your pissy ass up in here trying to smear the man's legacy. Yeah, go ahead and he definitely gullible. He's gullible. Now, one time have we heard Ice Soldier. We've always heard Young Dolph's artists. And forgive me for calling you pissy ass, but that's what you're acting like. We've heard Young Dolph artists speak about how good he was to them. Okay. And how he has made it what he left behind, he's made it, open the door for them to be able to feed themselves and continue on making money, teaching them the way that it should be without them being taken advantage of. Hey, let's just take an artist like Moneybagg Yo, for example. Now, Moneybagg is a real talented artist. Moneybagg Yo really had the talent. I don't know what he doing now. He really had the talent to cross over. He's a really good artist, one of the best one. He's one of the best, not the best, but he's one of the best to come up from out of Memphis, right? So Moneybagg Yo should be a multi millionaire, okay? But we already know Moneybagg Yo tied up in deals, and he had about 3-4 folks to get his money, to get their hands on his money way before he ever gets it right. But hey, at least that a lot of people in our community. Okay, so but let me say this before I talk about our community and the fame. Okay, instead of Moneybagg Yo being a multi-millionaire as he should be, he got process servers chasing him down for not paying bills. Okay, And I'm sure he has a lifestyle where he, he's paying, got him a nice house and all of that. His houses and cars and stuff probably should be paid for cash with the type of money that they bought, that they made off of Moneybag Yo. Okay. But so we hear Young Dolph's artists talk about how Young Dolph taught them how to create generational wealth, because we don't see any generational wealth being created, really, especially when you got processed service chasing you down. What we see God is spoon feeding and giving his artists what he wants them to have, and he's fixed it where he's making all of the money off of the artists. Okay, a lot of these people probably won't complain because they ain't never had nothing. Okay, especially the type of money that they may be getting. So to them, where as they should be getting a whole lot more, they're satisfied with what they're giving them. Okay. And so I get so tired of people talking about, Young Dolph's artists. We look at Key Glock. Key Glock was basically mainstream before he signed whatever deal they claim he just signed. Young Dolph had fixed it like that. That's what they couldn't stand. He understood that he could be his own machine if he get the money and put it behind himself. He didn't need the record labels to do it and get the majority of his money, something that a lot of them didn't understand. And he was doing the exact same thing for his artists, which is why they could ride clean and live clean. Okay, that's what he did for them. I have never heard any of his artists say, okay, that he was stealing from them, use a lie from the pits of hell. And you better be careful when you come in here. See, you could tell that I ain't up for it tonight, because I would have cuss you out. Okay, but I ain't even on that. Okay, I ain't on that. I'm trying to be on something else. Okay, even though I'm from South Memphis, I ain't got to let everybody know it. I be letting folks know because I'm proud of growing up in South Memphis. Okay, can't nobody make me shame of that. I'm glad I came from out of South Memphis. That's what kept me grounded. When we moved from Clementine, okay, we moved over there to Twinkletown, okay? And so I was able to be grounded. Okay, I grew up in Clementine from the time I was born until the year that I turned 13 years old. We moved on up, okay? Exposing the truth, I believe you was Ice Soldier, because every time somebody come in here and say something about Dolph, okay, and then they say something bad, and then you come in right behind them. So I think it was you exposing the truth that said that came in here up under Ice Soldier. He said some don't smell right. Why would the feds be so interested in Dolph's death after they found the killers and the supposedly mastermind passed away, yet they still trying to find something else? Okay, maybe you need to ask them. Okay, maybe they know something that we don't know. Maybe they know something we don't know. Exposing the truth, you talk like you know everything as it relates to what happened to Dolph. You act like you know everything. Do you know? Are you in the inside? Because I believe you was Ice Soldier. You come in here talking about this ain't this and this ain't happened. How you know? Island Girl says, I'm glad it's known Dolph came in the game with his own money. Joy Loves God says, we don't want to go there tonight, so don't start no won't be no shit. And everything Tamara's saying is saying, that's right, y'all. That's right. 1.5 is federal. They know they passed their money around. They know somebody got their money that night. Okay. I mean, from what I was, Kawana says, they did a beautiful job with you, Tamara. Thank you, Miss Kawana. I think that's why I'm so grounded. I'm so grounded now, because and even though we was growing up in the projects and stuff, we had fun. Those were some of my best days when I was growing up in South Memphis, when I was growing up in the projects. Like, I think about that now. how we were able to be children, we were able to be kids, and we had a lot of fun. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. And also, I'm getting ready to show you all something. I was like, y'all, what is going on with our city? You know, Trump says that he's thinking about sending in the National Guard, and I don't see nothing wrong with it at this point. I want to show y'all this. Y'all. This right here. I don't know what in the world is going on. I don't. Hold on one second. Hold on, you all. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me. I want to show y'all this. Hold on. Hold on, you all. That's why I say, y'all, it's something. I don't have any issues with some things got to be stopped. Y'all look at this. When I saw this, I was horrified. Hold on, Cypress. I saw you. I'm gonna get with you in a few minutes. When I saw this, y'all, I was horrified. And y'all, this happened right in my city.
Where that bread? Where that stand up? Stand up. Stand up.
Now they've taken this person and they got this person in a house, and they're saying that this person owed them some money. And so this is what they're doing. And they telling them to pee on himself. Stand up. Y'all, this is the type of stuff that is being exercised in our community. And, you know, people don't want the police no more. Folks ain't parenting like they should. When people see stuff like this, they think that it's funny. And y'all, we are at an all-time low. Something got to be done. Okay?
What you? Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
For her money. What? Bitch, answer me.
Where is it, bro?
I'm trying to get it. How you try? How you try?
Where is it? Where that bread is? Where is it? Where that bread is?
Where is it? Huh? Where is it? Where is it, nigga? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Y'all, what kind of world do we live in? And they said this happened in Memphis. And what we see, and when you read the comments, you know, y'all, that people are so like inhumane now that it is absolutely ridiculous. You do something like this, and I don't know what they said it's about some money. But this is what we resort to. This right here is kidnapping. If I had to guess, if they, you know, they get caught, whoever it is, and I'm sure some people have already told who it is, just because you can exercise some type of you think would be authority over somebody, kidnapping them and brutally beating them because you said that this person owes somebody some money. You tell them, piss on yourself. And you know what's so sad, y'all? I was reading some other comments when they were saying that Trump was thinking about sending in the National Guard. Now they say Trump thinking about sending in the National Guard. Have you all seen when the National Guard come in? What they be in? A lot of times they be in them big tanks and stuff. And some of these damn losers around here hollering about, well, y'all know we got guns too now. We gonna take out the National Guard. Y'all, it's something going on in our community. Uninformed and stupid. Uninformed and stupid. Anytime you think you could take your stolen gun that your ass ain't even got money to buy bullets for, okay, without stealing them, and shoot at the damn tanks, you know, you signing yourself up to die. It's just, we are at an all-time low. The morale in our community, we hating on each other, okay? We hate on each other. We just attack each other unwarranted. What that person do to you? They ain't do nothing to me. They doing something I don't want them to do. That's what they doing. What you kill that person for? Cause man, I told them I ain't want them to say that. I don't know if it's mental illness or just low downness. Okay. And so then, you know, a lot of this stuff is federal now. Okay. These auto thefts and stuff, the feds and stuff handle stuff like that. These auto theft task force and these auto theft rings and all of that, the feds handle stuff like that now. And so as soon as the feds start indicting some of these people, because they're not gonna play with them. Okay, they ain't gonna play with them. You know, they just trying to put my Junebug. They just want to put Junebug, the black boys, in jail. Y'all, I gotta blame some of these parents. People don't want to hear that. I think in order for our community to move forward, we're gonna have to get the titty up out of our mouth. You know, everybody wanna. You know, I feel like because our community is so talented, all of really the resources, because we spend more money than anybody. So if we can keep a tit in their mouth, well, you know, they do the blacks, they just, you know, this and that, and we really need to put these programs in place for the blacks, and you know, they want you to consistently, they want us to consistently feel like a victim. Well, no, we don't want to, you know, even though these black boys are out there killing each other, we don't need to put them in jail. You know, the blacks are just so, they've been treated so wrong. Just, we shouldn't put them in jail. Why? If we got black boys that are out there terrorizing the community, why shouldn't they be in jail? Why? So that they can kill up all the other blacks? And so then the first thing we do, okay, and listen, I'm not against anybody. We've all had to have some type of help. We've all had to have help. Okay? I believe in a hand up, not necessarily a handout, but a hand up. Everybody be needing some help. But I think that the only thing that they do, and I think that it is an insult to our community, they get to hollering about when a lot of these Democratic people want to get into office. It's an insult when they start trying to, well, they're going to take away the welfare and the food stamps of the black people, and they know y'all need that. And so what they do is they use fear. Vote for me, and I'll make sure you stay on welfare and food stamps. And we got such a one-track mind, a lot of us. We don't think about, well, how are the Asians coming over here and they're opening up these supply houses? They don't come over here rich. How is it that they're doing that? Okay, we don't get together and say we don't necessarily, if you got to have welfare and food stamps, use that as a stepping stone. I ain't mad at you, but I want to know about them grants. I took the time and went to training and learn about how to write grants. But what I kept running into, I was like, I told as a matter of fact, when my dad told me, he said, my dad started in the very beginning getting me, I'm going to send y'all to this training because y'all need to, when we can't get people to write our grants for our organization, it'll be good for y'all girls to know. I took an interest in it and kept taking the classes. Okay. And the first thing that was in my mind was, oh, I know they hide grants and stuff from Black people. The first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to start showing all my community. I'm going to start writing grants. I'm going to show them this. I'm going to have classes. I'm going to just charge this fee. I'll get my fee on the back end, this, and that. But how many people know that we got to change our mindset in our community? Okay. So the first thing that I started running into, can't you lie for me? No, all you got to do is go get this. I'll show you what you need to do. You need to make sure that you legit. You need to go get you this. You need to go get you that. If you can get your office, rent office space inside, you need to be legit. I can't cut no corners. Hell no. You ain't get ready to have the feds at my door. So what I did was, y'all, I've been learning too, because see, I was taught that I'm supposed to help my community. I'm real private. But what I've gotten burned at the most is having a real big heart. Feeling like if anybody looks like me, I'm supposed to help them. And those have been the people to stab me in my back and in my front. Okay. And so that's why I say I understand. That's another reason why I consistently talk about the young Dolph's case, because what happened to him represents the problem that's going on in our community to this very damn day. And they're going to deal with that. Yo God and them going to deal with that. They was wrong. They're going to deal with killing that boy like that because of jealousy. And so we okay as long as they giving us, they know if they can just consistently give us welfare and food stamps. We ain't gonna ask about them government grants to get no businesses started because they scared that if we ever change our mindset, we might create another Black Wall Street. Okay, so we fight and fuss over food stamps and welfare all of the time. Okay, well, they're gonna take my food stamps. Well, if you able-bodied, okay, that's the reason why when they were saying, Trump was saying, he gonna start making people work to get their welfare and their food stamps. I said, well, I ain't got no issues with that. Hell, maybe I can give me some because I works and food is high. Okay. But another thing that I said, well, what's going to happen is you have some people that has never worked. They've received AFDC since they've been teenagers. Okay. And consistently having babies. So what they're going to learn is when they get their butts up and go to work, that how in the world their mindset is going to change. How in the world that I sit and wait on a $200 and something check every month, okay, when I can make about a $400 or $500 check a week to properly provide for my children and my family, okay? But the mindset has to change, okay? And that's what's going on, that mindset in our community, that poverty mindset. People get mad at folks when they say, no, I refuse to be in poverty. Oh, she thinks she's something. God says, I came to give you life and give you life more abundantly. So that, to me, that means it is against the will of God for me to be poor, broke, busted, and disgusted, and I refuse to be. And folks will kill you for that. I'm poor, broke, busted, and disgusted, and she thinks she ain't gonna be. That's why you have to get away from around people with poverty mindsets, right? But I ain't come on here to preach about that. I was talking about what is going on. Look at this, okay? It's hurtful to me to be sitting up looking at something like this and then looking at the comments. Okay? Or people laughing about them beating this person. Okay? They done took him out of his clothes. They done got him all out of his clothes. Okay? Beating him. To me, that's a shame. But you got people laughing. You got people talking about, yeah, them pimps. Yeah, that's them boys right there. Y'all, what is going on in our community today that we could sit up and laugh about something like this? We got kids that we're raising kids in our household that thinks that something like this is amusing, y'all. If you got kids that's looking at something like this and thinking that there is some type of amusement to it, then you might be failing as a damn parent. What the hell is you raising? Okay?
Bitch.
Come on, he do, y'all.
That's every day till you give my wife her money.
Every
You don't
day.
pay
You
my
gonna
wife
be back
like that,
tomorrow?
nigga. That's my motherfucking wife. You think you finna fuck her over? Huh?
Every day, nigga.
Huh?
Every day.
Every day we beating your bitch. Hey.
Let me see that bill.
Now, he thinks that was a way of him going to get money, his wife's money, right? Now, how is he helping his wife and his kids that now that he get ready to go to jail? You think somebody, this right here is viral. It's going to put pressure on the police department to find out who it is. It's going to be on the news real soon. And he going to be in jail for a long time. How in the hell is that helping his wife and kids? That's what I'm talking about, y'all. What is going on in our communities? Then they record it and put it on the internet. It's too late to take it down now. It's viral. Okay? And what's going to happen is because it's viral, it's going to become more political than anything. Whatever courtroom he stand in front of, whatever judge he stand in front of, they're going to stick it to him because everybody going to be watching to see and make sure that he stick it to him. So how is that helping his damn wife? Because he get ready to go away. Him and everybody that was in there with him, they get ready to go away. A bunch of damn fools. That's why I say, y'all, what is going on in our community? Okay? What is going on? When you know, it's really sad to me. It is. It's sad to me. They're going to get charged with aggravated assault and kidnapping. That's exactly what they're going to get charged with. Aggravated assault and kidnapping. And so, y'all, ain't nothing going to change until we change our mindset. And so it's easy for people to say, well, you know, you just want CMG to go to jail. I don't want nothing. I want it for the people of CMG to continuously make their money and sign other talented people. Okay? Organically sign them, not people that was going out doing hits for them and sign them, but use whatever it is that they had established to genuinely help artists, be a vehicle to genuinely help artists, okay? And help them to obtain some type of wealth and not just be famous. Okay? It seemed to me Young Dolph got it. He understood the recipe. Some people would prefer to be famous and ain't got a damn dime in their pocket. Young Dolph would prefer to have been wealthy. Okay? And he said, F the fame. Right? And so you hear people say, you know, everybody just be wanting CMG to go down. It ain't nothing I want. They going down. It was established even in court that CMG was responsible for what happened to Young Dolph. Okay? It was other people involved. People asked me, well, you know, do you think Orange Mound Quet was involved? I told y'all I did. Yes, I believe that he was involved. I believe that when they decided that they wanted him gone, Yo Gotti and some more people put some money together. And then they went to Orange Mound Quit. Okay. Okay. And instead of Orange Mound Quit, not getting itself involved, he allowed greed to overtake him. And see, everybody has to pay for what they've done now. I mean, a not guilty verdict don't mean. I tell people, let me tell y'all something. I tell people all the time, I would rather man's get back than God's get back. Because that God get back ain't nothing nice. Okay? You ain't even got the arms to box with God. You might can do a little retaliation with man. You can fight with that. But the Almighty, you can't fight with that. And it ain't nothing you could do about it. Okay? And so, like I said, when people say, well, folks just be wanting to see him go down, he got to pay. These people got to pay for what they did to their boy. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. They got to pay. They got to pay. I'm trying to understand. Let me tell you something. I don't put no man. As much as I be loving, when I love people, I love them for real. Okay? That's why I be so devastated. Like when they cross me, I close the door on them and I don't never. The ones that I love the most, I close the door on them and I never unlock it. Okay? Maybe years down the line, those that I had a little falling out with, we might be able to communicate again. But those that I love the hardest, you'll never be able to hurt me like that again. I locks the door and throw away the key on them. Okay? Says Ken, he pathetic. He can't keep his story straight. Says Quet is a habitual criminal. He will be back at criminal ways. Mm-hmm. Says I'm definitely doing near tenfold. Yeah, I have to stop looking at the chat because I be losing my train of thought when I start looking at y'all comments. But a lot of these people are gonna pay, y'all. They're gonna pay. And like I said, there was no reason for them to kill the boy. You know, there was no reason for it. And I think I get scared sometimes when I be looking at some of these people. And I know and I see what they're capable of and know some of the things that they've done. And then I be looking at them and how they operate and they're able to just be like a normal person. That's scary to me. And you know how evil they are. That's real scary to me. And so when people say, well, you know, young Dolph wasn't innocent. None of us are innocent. But one thing we do know is that young Dolph he had the money to pay somebody to go take your guy out, and he didn't do it. So what I can't understand is why these people decided that they was just gonna keep going until they killed this man. That's cold-blooded how they did him. It's cold-blooded. And the same way that they publicly killed him, God gonna see to it that they get it back publicly. Okay? And they know that. They know their day is coming. Everybody that was involved know that their day was coming. It's coming. Y'all hit that like button. I think I'm gonna open up the lines. We're talking about, okay? Right, he sure did. We're talking about, you guys, has CMG gotten away with what they did to young Dolph and what is going on in our city today, okay? And I want to say this, you know, I don't know what kind of spirit it is that is over the city. I do know that that spirit of jealousy has been lingering over Memphis for a long time, okay? It's been lingering over Memphis for a real long time, y'all. But it's time for that spirit to change. Anytime that you can put a hit on somebody and find other human beings to go hunt down some people to kill them just for some paper, we at an all-time low. I'm talking about we at an all-time, the morale is at an all-time low. It's a sad thing, y'all. It is. It's a sad thing. Y'all hit that like button for me. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Hold on one second, you guys. Hold on one second. I think somebody trying to show me. I think somebody's trying to show me something with Kenny Money. Hold on, you all. Now, I don't know where. I can't. Y'all know we can't look at all of this. But we'll try to look at just a little bit of it. I agree, Jeremy. Hold on, let me show y'all this. We're going to look at just a little bit.
Really, I should just let the hair transplant breathe, but you know. How you feeling?
I'm good.
But they haven't put out one since he passed, right?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Just don't want to overdo it.
Who oversees that though? Like who's overlooking like Dolph music and stuff that's dropping?
Shit, Daddy-O, his best friend. Shit. Daddy-O, his family. Shit.
Right.
Now, Ice Soldier, that just kind of answered everything. Dolph made sure his family was straight. He says that Daddy-O and Dolph own Paper Route together. So if Daddy-O and Dolph own Paper Route together, then Daddy-O still has his part. And when young Dolph died, he made sure that he passed on his interest to his family, which is why his family still oversees everything. Okay.
You know, he left everything, his kids, he family oriented.
He just said it. Young Dolph left everything to his kids and his family. So, Ice Soldier, whatever you heard on the internet, you're hearing it right now from somebody in the inside that actually knows. Young Dolph left everything to his family, which oversees his interest in everything, his kids and his family. Okay.
Get this song, I just never dropped it. I just held it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just really didn't want to put it out. I feel like right now is the right time to put it out. I just wanted to put it out.
Definitely. But is there like an archive of?
Y'all see how that Ice person came in here and tried to put that into the atmosphere? We didn't know that Kenny Money's interview was going to drop. We didn't know what he said in the interview, but God straightened it up quick. Ice Soldier, before you keep running with that narrative, you might need to stop before God give you a stroke and twist your damn mouth up. I've seen it happen, okay?
Like old Dolph verses?
Man, he got music out of it.
Always figure out that there's a crazy baby mama who's getting blamed for it.
Shit, take care of the kid. Send the money.
Money, I agree, yeah.
The bitch. Send the money.
Right.
Shit, if I ain't ready, I'm straight on this shit. This shit, headaches, this shit. Nah, I'm straight.
Definitely.
He ain't give a damn.
Right.
Yeah. But if something would have happened, they would have for sure shit this shit down.
Yeah.
Like I said,
2025 IRS tax forgiveness now has open enrollment. It's easy.
Started really doing my thing, really getting my.
He was ready making noise.
Been turned.
Yeah.
He been turned. Flavors, all that type of shit. My head, all type of shit.
What like actually gets me into a better position in
Damn
terms
right.
of this? Okay.
Hell yeah, he made me feel like it's possible. It's that day and everything. I had so much shit going on just to shoot that video.
Yeah.
Put everybody I'm around. I put everybody I'm around. And like, just like with Dolph, like I grew up watching. It's like everything about me and my life is home. The sign these big places because you got your first song and fuck with me genuine. And I know who fuck with me genuinely. You feel me?
But
I ain't never.
But it's got to also be.
Jim gave me a basketball. They told me I wasn't even gonna be able to move that motherfucker.
Having a fucked up arm, and then all of a sudden my friend got like half a hand missing.
I don't shit. A lot of niggas don't fuck with me because they feel like I can't fuck with him because he fuck with because I don't want to pick sides on this and then the third. But like, bro, we are rappers, gang. Lead this shit on some rap shit, bro. This ain't you don't got it in here. Nothing I got going. We rap, bro. Like the money shit. I make good music. You make good music. You a real nigga. I'm like, there's some money, bro. Let's we finna spend some money. If you go look at my catalog,
they're both just viewed as like very talented labels, right?
Huh?
I don't know. I mean, do you think the fans view it as like a good guys and bad guy type situation, or do you think CMG versus PRE in Memphis being like the two major labels? You know,
I don't know nothing about. I feel like PRE is PRE, and we do what we do. I don't goddamn. I don't think we versus anybody. We just turned up. Yeah, we ain't got no. We just turned, bro. Like people view us as them folks getting money. They turned up. They them Dolph boys. Them folks getting their money. They lie. That's what's going on. That's all I think they view it as. I don't think they view it no other way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dolph, like right now, like all on the blogs is the trial. Like they streaming it right now.
Yeah.
Where was you at when you found out Dolph passed away?
I had just got home from my fucking I had turkey drive. My turkey drive was the day before. He died. I literally had just got.
Okay, if you listen to Cornelius said that at the day before, I think Cornelius got it mixed up. I think it was that Monday. Because remember I told y'all that I had heard that they had laid eyes on Dolph that Monday and they was going to try and kill him that Monday. I think Cornelius might have had the days mixed up, right? Because what he said, Big Moochie Grapes. Dolph was at the cancer center. And Kenny Money just said that his turkey drive was the day before, which was as Tuesday. I think Moochie Grapes was that Monday.
I back to the house. I was sitting on the couch. And I live in a condo and shit. I was sitting on the couch. I don't even be sitting on the couch. And then my phone just rung. And goddamn. I remember when bro, I ain't gonna lie. I swear to God, bro, I remember when my phone rung, bro. I just heard somebody yelling, bro. And then I got down the phone. The phone hung up and I called. Somebody else called me like, bro, Dolph just got shot. And I'm like, what? And I just remember dropping the phone, bro. And I was like, man, bro, I prayed. I swear to God, I prayed. And I'm like, man, bro, hell nah. Like, I'm spiritual, bro. I be like, man, hell, this can't be going on. Get back on the phone. Like, bro, they told me he straight. Like, bro, they told me he died. I'm like, man, hell nah. And I just dropped the phone again. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't doing. I sat there. I cried for a minute. I'm like, bro, this shit was unbelievable. I couldn't believe the shit, bro. I ain't believe the shit really was real. The shit didn't seem real to me, bro, for so long, bro. I feel like I was just in a dream. I feel like she was just a dream, bro. Like, I feel like this shit was a dream, bro.
Was you shocked by finding out that he was just driving around, like, because he went to Makita's Cookies and everyone was shocked that he was just moving around in cars that everyone is familiar with? Like, is that normal for him just to be riding around Memphis in the rap cars? Or
it's normal for Dolph to do this shit anywhere, bro. It's Dolph, bro. They might do this shit anywhere, bro.
Yeah, I know I have to pause it, but like I said, if you all remember, Young Dolph said he just like being by himself. I think that particular day he was riding around in those cars because of the turkey drives and all of that. They said something about a video shoot, but other than that, remember they said he rode around in unmarked cars. Like we saw the white truck he was in at Makita's and all of that. He rode around in unassumed cars. So, yeah, it was easy for them to target him because he probably wanted to pull up at the turkey drives or whatever, maybe in his camouflage cars. And then they said something about a video shoot or something like that.
Mind driving his car. He gonna have whoever want to ride, whoever he gonna be him and that person. It's Dolph, bro. He a gangster, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like he a gangster. I don't even call niggas gangsters, bro. The mind a gangster. Like ain't nothing more gangster than living the life you want to live, taking care of your family. Like turning your young niggas up, goddamn, motherfucking standing on what you standing on and shit. He went out like a gangster to me too, bro. Like I just hate that shit happened, but bro, my nigga a gangster, bro. That's how he was. He always by himself, doing what he want to do, riding his low key cars, riding in his camo cars. He do what he want to do. I do what the fuck he wanted to do. And then we pull each other up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like shit, I feel like, bro, it's some unexpected shit. Me personally, bro, I just feel like shit's so unexpected. You never really know what to say or how to say it when you see your brothers or you see family members or you see people that is just, bro, you can't do nothing but just hug each other
for the whole time.
Like, shit.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Not rappers. The nigga shit not rappers. The nigga do shit rappers don't even know how to do.
What's your relationship?
It's my dog.
All right.
Yeah, it's my dog. I ain't gonna lie. It's my dog. We talk about plenty of other shit. We don't even talk about rap. Somebody around the motherfucker get a call out. Yeah, they person there and I think they just was trying to get somebody else and they were just around. It wasn't right. Like that.
All right.
One is a motherfucker, bro.
He recently got shot though, right?
Yeah, he just got shot. Yeah, he's straight. Yeah, they wasn't trying to shoot him though. It wasn't nothing like that.
Yeah,
they wasn't trying to shoot him. They were hitting him up like they weren't trying to shoot him. It just was, like I said, somebody around. Like now, if I got a partner who's snitching, or he a snitch, I don't hang with rats. I don't fuck with rats.
Yeah, cut them off.
I don't fuck with rats. I don't like rats. I don't kick it with rats. I set mice traps. I don't play like that. But he ain't doing no. I ain't looking to that. He ain't in nobody paperwork. I ain't saying no.
Yeah.
He ain't got nobody sent to jail. He ain't on nobody stand. That's all that matters to me. I ain't finna look no in dick. I ain't one of them niggas who somebody say something about my partner and I go dig him for. I don't do that. Like this shit gotta be right here. I gotta see it. All right, that's what it is. But as far as goddamn somebody saying something and I go digging, like you ain't no real nigga. Like no, I'm gonna stand up for him until I see something. I ain't saying him on nobody's stand. Right here, certain type of people right here. Put these type of laws over here. Put these type of laws over here, and just. I just wish they had just put certain type of people right. He ain't doing it, bro. Girl ain't doing this shit like that.
They was just catching a lot of flack for the shit he said. Well, speaking like, so the trial is going on, and there is people actually snitching and saying what they're saying on the stand. My thing is, or my question is to you, would you actually want to see the people that's being convicted actually charged, or like do you believe in like street justice, whatever? Like how, as a street person, like how do you?
I just wish, bro.
Like even for Dolph's family.
I wish the world would just put. I just wish they had just put certain type of people right here, certain type of people right here, put these type of laws over here, put these type of laws over here, and just let niggas decide which world you want to go to, bro. Because at the end of the day, I feel like niggas do wrong. I ain't talking about that situation.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking hypothetically.
Generalizing.
Niggas do wrong. I feel like when people do wrong, man, woman, person, you do some wrong, you got a consequence. You need to die. I feel like your consequential people should die. That's how I look at shit. Some people, you should just die. Like I said, this is me speaking hypothetically.
Yeah.
And then other worlds, I feel like, bro, when you're a good person, you got good shit going on, you're a work day-to-day person, you ain't in no drama, no nonsense, you take care of business, you take care of your family, you ain't on all that. I feel like people like that, they want justice. They deserve their justice, bro. I just feel like it's worlds. And like I said, this ain't got nothing to do with the situation I have. I'm just saying my opinion on the world, bro.
Yeah.
You got
like, oh yeah, so and so got money on his head, but then
it just sound good, bro. A lot of this shit be fair tales, bro. A lot of shit folks just be fair. Folks just I ain't nobody putting no money on my head.
so how would you know?
I'm right here with you.
Well, that just means that they didn't collect. They ain't thirsty enough.
They ain't down. I ain't nobody putting no money on my head. Ain't nothing going.
You don't believe it?
What's somebody gonna put some money on my head?
I mean, it sounds good. They're like,
it look better.
A lot of people like to say like, oh yeah, so and so got money on his head, but then
it just sound good, bro. A lot of this shit be fair tales, bro. A lot of shit folks just be fair. Folks just talking, bro. A lot of shit just be talk. A lot of shit just be talk, bro.
But not necessarily, because they were saying it was $100,000 on Dolph head, and then I guess those dudes thought they was gonna.
A lot of shit just be talk, bro. I live a life, bro. And I just know what's in front of me. I don't go by what I hear. I go by what's in front of me.
it's too like upsetting to your soul to even like sit and watch a YouTube video about this type of shit. You just try to like kind of keep your eyes off it.
Yeah, I just drown myself in work. I just go try to work there, but I'm still here. I'm here. Shit, Memphis shit going on, bro. Like,
Cause you felt like he was cloud chasing?
I feel
Have somebody who's like outside the camp, who's going into way more detail and talking about who he thinks is at fault and who deserves,
in the street nigga. It's like told this my in the street nigga period knows that and can pay attention to bruh. Some shit, bruh, some shit you just should not say and some shit you just should not talk about because you might be thinking you helping, but you hurt.
Okay, y'all, make sure y'all go look at No Jumper. I was looking for the part where evidently Kenny Money had said something about Hernandez Govan in that same interview. I couldn't find it. I was skipping, but I couldn't find it. And so that's why Hernandez Govan went, I'm assuming that's why he went onto his page and he posted some stuff on there about wanting to fight, you know, Kenny Money and all of that. Okay. So y'all go look at Adam No Jumper video. You guys, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me, okay? But you guys, we was talking about has Yo Gotti. Shout out to Kenny Money. Kenny Money does his thing. He's one of PRE artists, one of the artists that Young Dolph had signed, and has, you know, his artists do their thing. You know, they're independent. They don't have a machine behind them, but they still got a momentum. And with that momentum, it seems like they consistently go up, you know. And I think Young Dolph had a system where these young men are not being financially raped. Okay, they get the majority of their money. They still have Young Dolph. They still have Daddy-O there. Daddy-O was more so in the background. We know that with Young Dolph there, it helped with the momentum also. Since he had already built a foundation for himself, so him being there with his artists and showing himself with his artists, that helped to also to validate them and all of that, you know, and which is why I think he built that foundation, right? So, you know, hey, like I said, it's just a sad thing. It's a sad world that we live in when we, you know, we're killing people for money, we're killing people for jealousy. You know, folks think that they have the mentality that they can just kill people because they're saying something that they don't want them to say. Okay, and so when I hear people say that, you know, whether you know they had killed him because he had talked about them. Okay, to me, that's, I don't know, that's and then they think it's justified to do that. It's definitely something wrong with that to me, you know. So but has CMG gotten away? Nah, they hadn't gotten away. I don't believe that they've gotten away. I believe that sooner or later, okay, I believe that sooner or later there's going to be some justice, some type of justice, anyways, out there. And what I'm saying, I'm sure Yo Gotti and them. I'm not saying anything that they don't know. These people put stuff in songs and stuff, so they have visits and they know what it is, and so as it relates to these investigations, we heard them say it even in Hernandez Govan's trial. We heard when the pressure was on the DA, we heard him say that it's an ongoing investigation. We keep hearing them say that it's an ongoing investigation, right? And so I always say we have to be very meticulous about what we put into the atmosphere, right? If even with the disappointment, I think that with them saying that it's an ongoing investigation, this will be the perfect time to start praying for Young Dolph's family and praying that whoever it is that God has appointed to continue this thing legally to get justice for Young Dolph is guided in the right direction. And then God hopefully there's a ram in the bush where people start talking, and people do start to talk. You never know because things happen instantly, you never know what happens. Most cases are 95% of cases are solved by other people, okay? Because things happen instantly, you don't ever know what kind of pickle people find themselves in, and then they end up giving information to solve cases. It happens all of the freaking time. Okay, it happens all of the time. More people talk than don't talk. So all this stuff about, I don't talk. I don't even straight drop talked. Okay, even Orange Man quit trying to tell y'all he was telling the truth. So more people talk than not. So when you're looking for justice, I think you have to speak. I think you have to speak life on justice instead of feeling or saying or speaking out that ain't nothing gonna happen. No, I beg to differ. I beg to differ on that. I believe that the man is going to get justice in totality, and he deserves it. I believe anybody's family should get justice in totality when their loved one was unjustly taken out. Okay, their loved one was unjustly taken out. When you hear these people talk, and I don't know if people are insane now, they get to talking about he killed him because he was talking about him. He talking about him. He talking about his family. Well, it's against the law to kill somebody just because they said something to you that you didn't like. And when I hear people try and justify it, that's the reason why I know we as human beings, it's something wrong. It's something going on. It is. It's something wrong, y'all, when we try and justify something like this, right? Anyways, you all, I'm getting ready to hold on 1 minute. I'm going to open up the lines. Let me see who's in the chat. I see Island Girl, Victoria, M. Rose, ZK, Michelle. Y'all hit the like button. I got 250 people in here. Cypress, I saw where you asked me to drop the link earlier. Hold on 1 second. Y'all hit the like button for me. Hold on. Y'all hit the like button for me, okay? I'm gonna open up the phone lines too. Let's see. Yeah, I'll be on for 30 more minutes. So I'm gonna open up the phone lines and let people start calling in. Hold on. And we're talking about, do you all think that Yo Gotti, a CMG, has gotten away? Look, y'all, get back. I'm assuming one. Ice person didn't comment no more. So, Ice person, I'm assuming one of my moderators probably went ahead and what do they call it? What did they say? Spanked him. One of my moderators must have spanked you, Ice Soldier. I was trying to see where you was coming from, because a lot of times when people come in here, they be making fake pages. Depending on what they say, I be knowing. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting my phone. I be knowing who it is. And Ice Soldier, I think I know who you was. I believe I knows, as they say, I knows who you was. You want to come in here and talk about Young Dolph up under another page. And you know you're wrong. To try and justify, people try to justify what they did to that man. What's up?
What's going on, y'all? What poppin'? What's up with y'all tonight, man?
So what you think about this topic?
Talking about how they got away?
Yeah.
No, nobody never gets away. You should get back. You never get away. You just get back.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I think, I don't know. With all the corruption we just seen, I think they just need to shut the whole damn case down.
What cycle? You want them to shut? You want them to shut the case down?
You right?
Because if they shut the case down, then you feel like some people wouldn't get got.
Yeah. I'm a fan of street justice. I don't want to see nobody go to jail. Fan of street justice.
Well, I ain't a fan of street justice. I be wanting to see people. I'm going to turn on my Wi-Fi so that people can start calling in. Okay, y'all, the phone lines are open. Y'all can start calling in. I'm gonna be on for like 30 more minutes. Thank you, Miss Johnson, for the cash out. Hey, this is Tamara. You're on. Hello? It's a 515 number. I don't know why it's not acting right. I might have to hang up and call you back, 515 number. I'm hang up and call you right back. I'm calling you back now.
I doubt they want the world to know they were calling from a 515 number, but I guess.
I don't know what area is 515.
Probably Mexico, some goddamn.
Hello?
Hey, this is Real Talk with Tamara. You just called?
Yeah, I've been on for the last hour. Your super chat not open. Your super chat not working, Tamara?
It should be. Let me see.
Yeah, I've been trying to send the super chat to you ever since you've been on. Oh, yeah, this Black Gold. I am a prescriber, and I don't know why it's declining.
It's working. I'm looking at it. It's working.
I've been trying to do it off and on for the last hour. Everything you've been talking about.
Well, maybe you could just send it in the cash. Y'all, can somebody send it like a 99 cents or something to see if that super chat is working. I'm looking at it on the other screen, but it should be working.
Yeah, but how you can tell if anybody else has sent you a super chat since we've been on here? I haven't seen one super chat go up there at all, and I tried to see your $25 super chat when you first started, like an hour. So you've been on like an hour and a half already,
right?
So I was in here. I came in here when it was like 24 minutes you was on.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't been able to, yeah. But anyway, I'll still send it.
So yeah, try to send it. Somebody send like a dollar super chat. Let's see if it's working.
Right. Yeah.
Because if somebody able to send a dollar, or maybe you should send my chat crazy. Maybe you should send in a cash out. Do you have cash? Do you have cash out?
I have Cash App and I have Zelle. So I'll put it in the Cash App. Your Cash App is on the screen, correct?
Yeah, $ Real Talk with Tamara. See, one young lady, thank you, Island Girl, for the $5 super sticker. Island Girl just sent it. So just send the $25 Cash App. $ Real Talk with Tamara.
Yes, I will do that.
Thank you so much, darling. Where are you calling from?
Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Chicago.
Shout out to Chicago.
Yeah, I've been following this case. Well, first and foremost, you're right on the point, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't know everything. I'm an older fellow, but I know something, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The guy, Govan.
Uh-huh.
Govan already took a proffer, okay? If you guys remember when Straight Drop had a trial, remember when
Thank you, Ebony. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Justice Johnson.
Uh-huh.
You remember when the young guy, Straight Drop, Justice Johnson had a trial?
Uh-huh.
Now, you remember when his lawyer was questioning the lead detective, that white guy, and he asked him about the informant, and and he brought up Govan's name.
Uh-huh.
Govan took a proffer, okay? Govan gave up some complicit evidence to where they won't charge him with anything but a RICO is building. Okay, so they're doing the same thing that they did to Diddy. Just put it that way, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. They're doing the same thing. They're doing it because the only thing the feds is trying to do, they can't do nothing because of Jook. They know that, all this stuff went down, but they want to go on the money thing, on the money trail. If they get one link on that their money came out of the CMG, and then that whole entity goes down. That's how they do it. That's how the federal boys do it. Just period.
Well, if you ask me, that has basically, if you're talking about a criminal organization, well, I think based on, consistently trying to kill a man for years, that would seem like to be, and it came from out of that organization. That's definitely criminal.
Right. Yeah, but the whole so the whole federal thing is bridged off of the overacts, which is all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all them guys, all them earlier guys, Black Youngster and all of them, right? But it's also built on, but it's really to get them on is that they need to get one, all they need is one authentic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Transaction, right?
Right.
That came from that entity. Because you don't have you don't have an actual culprit, because the ones that they saying that did this is dead. So you can't blame me for something that my brother did. But you can blame me and the whole organization if they can prove that the money came from the organization. Yeah. That's how the federal, that's how then all the other stuff comes in next. All the facts about some other guys got convicted for shooting that Dolph 2-3 years ago, all them attempts on his life. Yeah, that comes in next. But I'm saying this is what I'm saying basically. CMG is going down. Because they already got a proffer from Govan. If you go back and look at the trial, I think one of them YouTubers, but not even the YouTubers, you can go back to any one of the, go back to Straight Drop that got Justin Johnson trial and look at when his lawyer questioned the lead detective. And he's going to tell you about Govan's role. That right there is the link to the federal indictment. Because Govan received a profit. So he the one that gave the information. Then he did some real stupid stuff. A couple of days ago, he went on Glad TV. And he said that him and the Straight Drop and all of them supposed to have been having a record deal. So that's what the phone calls was for, when he was making phone calls at the same time that around the same time that them guys supposed to have been planning to commit a murder on Dolph.
Right.
But he missed one thing. And that's what's going to link them, is that Cornelius is telling the truth, because Cornelius only know y'all through you, Mr. Govan.
Right.
So the guy is working with the federal government. This is how this goes. He's not going to go to jail. Oh no, Govan is not going anywhere. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, he's not right. He already gave them the juice on who and what to get. Y'all gotta look at that stuff and really listen to it. They finna take CMG down. Gotta know that already. He ain't crazy. He just waiting on them. They coming. Yeah, I want to hold up your channel though. Let me send you this $25 super chat or cash app.
Yeah, send it in the cash app.
All right.
Thank you, darling.
Oh yeah. It'll be trucks in 99.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Shout out. I forget what he said his name was, but shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Y'all, the number. Shout out to him. I'm glad he called in from Chicago. Shout out to Chicago. I have a lot of people to call in from Chicago. I'll be there in the city in a few days. I was thinking about that song. I forgot that song. It says we're gonna F up the city. I forget. Is it Beyonce? We're gonna F up the city. We're gonna F up the city.
Oh my God.
We're getting F'd up tonight. We getting F'd up tonight.
Shout out to Memphis, man.
I like Chicago. Shout out to Chicago. I can't wait to get there. Anyway, y'all, hit the like button. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Call in. The number is 901-667-0119. 901-667. They said Miss D. Miss D sent me a message. I just saw it on Facebook. She said she on her way home or something. Y'all, 901-667-0119. They said, Tam, is it true Govan was at the funeral when Jook got taken out? Govan was at the funeral when Jook got killed, just got here. I don't know. I don't know if he was at the funeral. If I had to guess, if he said that he and Jook had such a close, like a cousin relationship, I would think that he was there. But I don't know.
Yeah, he was there.
He was there?
Yeah.
Cypress, you say he was there?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he was there then.
Why he fighting with Stan G? Cause Stan G clouding and gonna get a damn neck broke.
I like Stan G. I know Govan wouldn't be crazy enough to leave. Why Govan messing with Stan G?
Look at Stan G messing with him.
Stan G ain't did nothing to Govan. He was the one that called Stan G.
You said who? No,
Govan was the one that called Stan G.
And then because Stan G meddling and playing on this here internet.
Stan G ain't did nothing to Govan. Shit. He ain't did no more than nobody else. Evidently, he like him. He was over there. He did an interview with him before he did one with anybody else.
Yeah. Y'all get that. Stan G got to stop trying to cloud up, man. He gonna get what he asking for.
Stan G vlogging just like anybody else here. I be vlogging too. I hope he don't try to bring his ass over here and threaten me. I'm talking about Govan.
He don't want you. No, Stan G went at him.
But everybody be stating their opinion. I think Stan G. I kind of think Stan G like him.
I hope. You know what? I ain't got no comment about that. I'm gonna leave that where it is. But yeah, I just stop cloud, man. Before you get to that neighborhood.
Hey, girl.
What's going on?
Nothing. Just sitting here, just chilling. What's going on, my girl?
Oh, nothing much.
I'm just in time.
You what, Cypress? I look dark, don't you?
No, you cool.
I'm cool.
Yeah, you cool.
Hey, chat.
Yeah.
They said Govan said he wasn't in jail when Dolph was. He did say that. He said he wasn't in jail when Dolph was unalive.
Yeah, he was over betting with Quentin, telling them to get the hell on. He's betting.
Well, yeah, like I said, we're gonna see. We'll see where this takes us. Of course, y'all don't hear me say a lot about it. I've never believed that it was gonna be over. Even if Govan had gotten convicted, it was not gonna be over with. You know, Govan is. I believe he was involved. Of course, he was. I believe Cornelius every bit of it. But But Govan didn't have the money to pay for no hit.
Yeah, Duke, man, he was there. I never understood why the hell they kept Cornelius alive. He's been dead fucking with me. How the hell
But God kept Cornelius alive, and God kept Cornelius alive for a reason.
Yes, so live and tell his story because
God in the deal.
Yeah, God kept Cornelius alive for a reason. Because it wasn't right for them, been right for them folks to just kill that man like that, and people could have speculated, but never knew the story. But so many people knew the story because you had so many people calling into Crime Stoppers telling them exactly what happened. So evidently, when they killed young Dolph, they was bragging all about it. Yeah, they was bragging all about it, and it was sad. So they wanted for people to know, affiliates of Straight Drop and all of them, they wanted for people to know exactly what had happened. So
it was obvious a lot of people don't like Straight Drop.
Well, I don't know. I think it was that too, or it was just a lot of people. It was obvious a lot of people thought or felt knew what they did wasn't right. How you just gonna kill a man just so you can try and get a record deal and come up? That's cold-blooded.
Then you go do it in your neighborhood where everybody knows you. Who does this type of dumb shit? Man, they knew who you was when you hopped out the car. Everybody know they watch you grow. Everybody know you.
Yeah.
That was the most dumbest shit. And then you leave your co-defendant alive. Couldn't have been me.
You think CMG got away with this, Miss T?
No, I don't think so. I don't think they got away with it. I don't think that they got away with it at all.
No, I don't think they got away with it. I think the mastermind got caught and he's no longer here. That's my opinion. And I feel like the rest of it gonna work itself out. Now, I do believe that Jook's situation is gonna get solved.
You think that? That's because you thinking that PRE did it.
No.
Look, don't be up here doing that, Cypress.
No.
We free over here.
No. I ain't gonna lie. At first I did, but
I mean, Jook was a street dude, so you don't never really know. He knew so many people. He knew so many other street dudes. You don't really know who Jook was into it with. You see what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
When you running off on it, when you known to run off on everybody, you have a lot of enemies. So when you die, nobody know which way to look. Your ass out of here. So you had a history, had so many enemies, not paying people, running off and pulling move. So when you gone, it really ain't a surprise. You done did so much shit.
Yeah.
Miss T, did that man ever send the $25?
He did. He just sent it.